Our next story is about the fall of an icon. The automaker Nissan. It used to be everywhere at one point, in the Fast and Furious movies, in console games, and in magazines and toy sets. But now Nissan is on life support. The company may not survive beyond 2025. And who is saying this? Senior executives at Nissan. They say the company can survive up to 12 or 14 months. It needs to find a major investor by then.
Infiniti's share of the US luxury car market has dramatically fallen by more than half since 2019, marking the most severe drop among all premium brands. Currently, Infiniti's 197 dealerships are selling about only 24 new vehicles per month on average, according to a recent report by Hague Partners. This sales volume is insufficient for many dealers to justify the costs of maintaining standalone locations. Alan Hague, president of Hague Partners, explained, "If you're selling 24 new units a month, it's difficult to cover the mortgage and salaries. It's just so low volume that it's hard to make a go of it." To improve financial viability, Infiniti is allowing some dealers to forego their exclusive glass and steel buildings to share facilities with Nissan stores. This strategy of co-locating with Nissan helps reduce overhead by combining back-office functions and service operations, which may enhance sales per location and improve profitability. From January to September, Infiniti's sales plummeted 52% from the levels seen before the pandemic. During the first 9 months of the year, Infiniti captured just 2.8% of the luxury market. Automotive News provided financial data showing that, on average, Infiniti dealerships incurred a net loss of $79,581 in the first 9 months of 2024, a stark contrast to a profit of $421,169 in the same period a year earlier. Dealership return on sales also declined, falling to negative 0.3% from 1.3% in 2023. Historically, Infiniti's challenges can be traced back to its inception in 1990, the same year Lexus was launched. Infiniti began on a shaky footing with its Q45 model, a grille-free, no-nonsense luxury sedan that lacked traditional luxury elements such as wood trim and plush leather, which were favored by American consumers at the time. Unlike Lexus, which invested heavily in creating a new vehicle for the US luxury market, Infiniti adapted an existing model, the Nissan President, for American consumers. This approach did not resonate well, and Infiniti's marketing strategy, which included commercials that did not show the car itself, failed to attract the image-conscious luxury car buyer. The launch campaign for Infiniti is often remembered for its ambiguity and lack of focus on the cars themselves. The most notable element of the campaign featured TV commercials that centered around images of nature, such as rocks, trees, and flowing water, without showing the actual Infiniti cars. The advertisements intended to evoke a sense of zen-like calm and luxury, aligning the brand with notions of tranquility and quality. However, this approach confused potential customers because the ads did not include images of the cars or highlight any specific features or innovations. The tagline, Infiniti, "It's all the content of your character," further abstracted the actual product from the message, leaving many viewers unsure of what was being advertised. This marketing strategy was disastrous for Infiniti's brand launch, as it failed to communicate any compelling reasons to choose Infiniti over more established luxury brands. Potential buyers were left with no clear impression of what Infiniti stood for or what its vehicles offered. In stark contrast, Lexus's advertisements showcased their vehicles' attributes directly and effectively, establishing a clear and attractive image of luxury and reliability. It has become the case study on what not to do in a product launch campaign. The lackluster response to Infiniti's initial marketing campaign had a lasting impact on the brand's image and sales momentum. This poor start was a significant factor in the brand's ongoing struggle to assert itself in a competitive market, where brand perception and consumer loyalty are crucial. The early ads set a tone of confusion and irrelevance that took years for the brand to attempt to correct, contributing to the challenges Infiniti faces in maintaining a stable market position. Even as the brand later adjusted its marketing strategies to be more direct and product-focused, the shadow of the 1990 launch campaign lingered, influencing perceptions of the brand's market identity and value proposition. Infiniti continued with less ambitious offerings like the M30 Coupe and convertible, based on the Nissan Leopard, and later, the G20 sedan, based on the Nissan Primera. These models were perceived as inadequate compared to their luxury competitors and did not establish Infiniti as a strong player in the luxury market. The brand's early choices, including its marketing missteps and product strategy, set a challenging course that Infiniti has struggled to overcome. Despite some successes, such as the G35, which restored some sporting credibility, Infiniti has not managed to build a sustainable competitive advantage in the luxury market. The ongoing reliance on outdated platforms and inconsistent product innovation continue to hamper the brand's performance. Internal political struggles within Nissan have also played a role in Infiniti's challenges. Often compared to the Japanese GM, Nissan's political entanglements and frequent leadership changes have led to inconsistent support for the Infiniti brand. For instance, successful models or platforms, such as the Skyline, often faced budget cuts or internal opposition if they threatened to overshadow Nissan's core models. This environment of competing priorities and limited focus on long-term brand development hindered Infiniti's ability to compete effectively in the high-stakes luxury market, leading to a prolonged reliance on outdated platforms and an inconsistent product strategy that struggled to resonate with luxury car buyers. One dealership owner revealed he has lost multiple millions of dollars since opening his Infiniti store and is contemplating consolidation. Without approval for consolidation, he might consider ending his franchise agreement. He stated, "I'll lose around $600,000 to $900,000 this year, but I know guys with big stores who will lose $2 million to $3 million." He noted that consolidation could allow for significant cost reductions, including eliminating positions like a service advisor, a parts employee, a lot attendant, and a sales manager, potentially saving about $50,000 a month in salaries. If you could merge the fixed operations and eliminate much of the variable and fixed overhead, it might be more economical to continue paying on the empty Infiniti building until you figure out what else you could use it for, he added. He expressed doubt about Infiniti's ability to survive as a standalone brand, except in a few major metropolitan areas, unless it expands its model lineup and boosts market interest. QX80 is nice, he remarked, but how many 100,000 QX80s are you going to sell? In the US, most Infiniti dealerships are standalone operations, though about 43% of them also own at least one Nissan dealership. Infiniti is reportedly approving consolidations on a case-by-case basis, particularly in competitive markets where it cannot afford to lose brand presence. "It's something that they will consider, but are not advertising," said one person familiar with the situation, who preferred to remain anonymous. Infiniti has not disclosed the level of interest it has received for co-location, but has stated that various factors are considered in its evaluations. "Our evaluation, first and foremost, prioritizes the health of the retailer and the Infiniti business," explained Steve Millett, Vice President of Dealer Network Development at Nissan North America. "Additionally, we consider expected sales, the cost and availability of automotive real estate, and the size of the existing facilities, among other factors." Despite the potential for co-location, Infiniti insists that $100,000 QX80 SUVs will not be sold alongside $20,000 Nissan Versas without maintaining distinct customer touchpoints. The brand requires separate entrances, showrooms, service lounges, and distinct sales and service teams for each brand. "The customer touchpoints must be distinct between the brands," stated a source. Infiniti emphasized that combined stores would continue to offer a luxury customer experience. Infiniti has a long history of providing a thoughtful and anticipatory client experience, which will continue in cross-branded stores, said Craig Keyes, Vice President of the Infiniti Americas Group. This culture of luxury client service will be embedded throughout the operations and supported and inspired by retailers. Store consolidations will require dealers to invest in building modifications and new materials, such as furniture and signage, although Infiniti has not disclosed specific investment details. This is going to be a tough ask for dealerships already bleeding money, and without any clear hope from Infiniti how it is going to revive its anemic model lineup that torpedoed Infiniti's US dealerships thus far. Only time will tell if Infiniti can survive this identity crisis. We will continue to monitor this breaking development. Have you owned or are currently owned an Infiniti? Let us know in the comments below and check out our other videos related to the auto industry. This is Kevin Liu for Todo Machina. Thanks for watching.